Hello, my kings and queens and the non-binary in-betweens. I am back. I couldn't help but read the comment section a bit. I don't know if it's actually said or if it's sort of implied, but apparently has something to do with Ruin. If I was defending that guy and he was evil, I would feel so bad. Anyway, guys, me trying to think of an Hamilton reference to get started with the video, but can't think of any. Let's get into it.
He should show up anytime now. I hope. Maybe publicating that I built a dark matter generator throughout the multiverse was not the best decision, but I figured it was the best way to get him here.
You did what? You built that successfully? Well, it's either the universe found a stable area that basically hardly changed the laws of physics at all. I'm actually guessing that.
Why do I hear?
So this is what you and your son get up to a lot. Playing games.
I was wondering why I heard my own voice. It is what we do, yes.
A bit mediocre. Idiotic too. Whatever.
Hi,
Yeah,
evil
I asked for
son.
your opinion.
I need to think of a nickname for the evil son. Come on. What's a name for a star that goes, well, it's generally very violent. Well, there's I would call him Solar Flare, but the thing is, we already have a character named Solar Flare. Solar Flare is essentially, you know, the Northern Lights. Whenever a solar flare happens, it basically causes a chemical reaction in the atmosphere in the southern continent, in the southern areas, or in colder areas. That's how Northern Lights are made, and there's a thing called a red dwarf. I'm not going to call him a red dwarf because that just sounds wrong. I can't call him a black dwarf because they essentially, one, that would sound racist, and two, black dwarves are a theoretical thing that's essentially when a white dwarf loses all of its heat and becomes freezing cold, and it's basically the last thing in the universe that basically has a bunch of chemical reactions happening. Can't call him black hole either because that just doesn't make sense, really. Time to Google some things. I kind of just want to call him Spear, just because it's funny. This is an actual name, another name for a star, and I love it. I do not know how to pronounce this, and I'm not going to try. But, you know what? Spear it is, just because it's funny.
Okay, so I built what you wanted.
Yes?
Answers first.
You want me to just tell you everything, don't you?
I want to know what you know, yes.
Ah, well, just put it up on a silver platter. But I don't think we came to that sort of agreement beforehand.
The agreement was you would tell me what you knew.
Good luck.
There's the coordinates. Had to move it.
Good boy. Didn't think you'd be that. Now let's see if you actually did put the thing there. Adequate. Suppose it'll do.
God, I just love this guy's personality. For some reason, it just reminds me of King George from Hamilton. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. Good luck.
It's what you wanted.
Sorry, just getting sidetracked here with the stupidity of this universe. I wonder if you'll live after the whole event. Perhaps. Moons always tend to be a bit, you know,
How many times does
resilient
this guy have to
somehow.
die?
I don't know if your son will.
What you know.
What I know. Question is if I should even tell you anything in the first place.
We made a deal.
And
suppose
also,
we
he could
did.
technically
And I
kill
do
you.
like keeping to my deal. So I shall give you a deal. Or I shall tell you a little something. Just a small little hint that may
Give
put
me,
you
I
on
want to
your
get
path.
theorizing.
Because I said I'd point you in the right direction.
You little...
Now, if I told you everything that, well, even if I did tell you everything, it'd probably be too late to stop it. Whatever it is, to be honest. Sit down.
What?
It's
down.
Taurus and Leo, isn't it? It's Taurus and Leo, isn't it? Well,
I'm not gonna do this thing while standing in some sort of dramatic pose or anything like that. Believe I'm not Eclipse or you for that matter. Actually,
I would do it.
now
Dramatic
I
as
just want you to
possible.
listen. There is a lot that goes on from our day-to-day life, from between you and me, to a whole bunch of things, really. Yeah.
Why are you...
Now, I know how busy you get, how paranoid you are in many events and whatnot, of course. I mean, granted, you do have that right to be. I mean, the man of pure terror came back to you, didn't he?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to lead you in a correlating event in such so that you may discover who built Eclipse. Eclipse came back where?
According to him, in the hallway. To where mine and son's old room is.
Came back through the hallway. That leaves very little. That excuses a great many people from just showing up, being able to make him, and run away, of course.
Yeah.
That concludes that there's only so many people in the world who are able to build Eclipse back from scratch, not even having his original data and such. But they didn't need his data, did they? They took it from Solar. Because personalities are very easy.
But data doesn't just count as code. Data counts as also memory and also basically, for example, if you were to train an AI to be able to recognize certain emotions, if one person does that entirely, that will be biased. So that's why you get those little "Are you a robot?" tests. The data you actually send in from there actually goes to an AI, to a driving AI, so it can teach it how to drive properly. That's why so then they get multiple across all over the world, so then it gets the most accurate data. But that is to avoid bias. But there's always a bit of bias in there, so but that also counts as data.
Copy and paste. You can take yourself, for example, fake, but you understand what I mean. The original Moon died and you took his place, and you almost fit like a glove. Granted, all these slight differences are not such an... You're still as smart. Now we're going to go back a bit further with that. How many people know that?
Know what?
How many people know that they can just replicate animatronics with a simple copy of their personality?
Very few people.
That even lessens the list, doesn't it? Montgomery Gator would not know that. Hell, you didn't. Solar...
Well, technically
Son.
he does know. He does know technically, because he knows about old Moon still inside of his head. So agree to disagree, mate.
Foxy, Puppet, name your whole thing, a list of villains. I don't even think the Stitch Wraith knows that.
Correct.
There's only one person that has been able to do that. And it seems like you already know who it is.
Yeah.
Good luck in your adventure with...
Hey, wait.
Wait, he asks, thinking I will give him a response.
What are they trying to do?
I only told you what they did. You can come up or find out the reason why they are.
You can stay out of my dimension now.
I don't want to plan to stay in this place. This horrid place. Ugh. Oh, believe me, I won't be here long. Might come back for some Tootsie Pops, because apparently those are a little rare, but you won't see me much, ever.
Just don't interfere with my dimension or my family.
I won't kill you.
You won't kill my family.
Just stay away from me, Moon.
Oh, I plan to. I stay away from you, you stay away from me. That seem fair?
Fair enough.
Seems
Good
very
luck trying
fair.
to prove it was him.
Smarmy. I gotta find Son. I hope he's not asleep. Son! Son!
Yeah?
I need to talk.
God dang it.
The video across the whole house?
I need to talk with you.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
Okay, because it just started playing, like, everywhere.
God, it was that smarmy. He took what he wanted. And now I know. He didn't tell me outright, but he gave me the exact things I was missing.
So that tells me you're not pissed off that he told you.
I'm pissed off that I'm an idiot, and that Eclipse was right.
What do you mean?
How many people can build an animatronic from scratch?
I mean, technically, a lot of Fazbear
But
employees
didn't you
can-
look through Ruin's memories? Seriously. And also, what would be the... Oh god, I can't think of the word, god dang it. What would be the, reason? What would be the... I can't think of the word, god dang it.
How many people we know that would want to mess with us? That knew what Eclipse meant to us?
2, Monty, Solar, maybe.
Do either of them know that a personality can be more easily fabricated than anything else in somebody's code? Look at me.
I don't know how to answer these
Technically,
questions.
yes.
Moon. I'm not exactly tech
Son.
literate.
Who has had a different personality since we've known them? Who has changed personalities on a dime?
But you... Okay. All right, look, you already looked through the memories and all that, didn't you?
I did, but a memory can be very easily fabricated over something that can't be copied.
But how?
Are you saying that they convinced themselves that it didn't happen? Because that could take... You know, like when you have a dream and it was so real that you feel like it was? Real? No, that's not a good example. Like, sometimes, like, I don't know if this happens to everyone, but sometimes the mind tends... If you have a memory and years go by and you don't really know what happens, and so you try to, like, with the evidence that you have from that memory, you try to remember what it was, but your mind also imagines it at the same time, and you don't know the difference. That could kind of create a new memory, even from imagination. So you can convince yourself about these things. Is that what's happened? And wow, my song is still a bit accurate. The truth is the truth if I believe it in my mind. I made the record straight. Please, you're gonna lose this race. You'll be in second place. That was a parody song I was doing for Ruin.
I don't know. I
But
don't
it
know how he
dated.
did it. I didn't think he was this smart.
You had this whole stupid interrogation thing with him.
Yeah, I know. Seems he is a very good actor.
But no, you still did the whole memory thing. We kept eyes on him and everything, didn't we?
We don't
He
need...
couldn't have done anything, plugged himself
And
to
why
a
wouldn't
computer or changed anything like that?
And-
Tried to keep eyes on him, but when Eclipse was being a seemingly paranoid spaz,
But the thing is, even Ruin told Eclipse that that's... I mean, still, you know that meme where someone tells the person the truth, but then they say, why did you tell me? Because nobody would believe you. That is literally like Eclipse, because nobody would believe Eclipse when he's acting insane. So, I don't truly understand.
I pulled back.
What's he
Even
doing?
what?
Well, I don't know.
He's been lying to us the whole time. Maybe to some extent the virus was a thing in his body.
No. Maybe the cure just wasn't working. Maybe the cure thing didn't work.
Son, that cure was made by the creator himself. Since when does our dad up in any dimension?
Well, technically, Stitch Race, Earth turning on him, you guys, I could go off the list, because they're all technically a, result of his, creations, so technically that's his fault,
Earth's
so...
first body.
Okay, name a time other than that.
Second body.
He didn't mess that one up. We just called him out for it.
Ah,
When has he messed up with software? You named 2 hardware problems.
You and Bird.
Monty also told me some fun things that apparently our dad did.
like?
The old me is just comatose in my own head. He can't wake up, he can't take over.
What do you mean by comatose? It's just...
Our dad made it so that if we ever reset, a instinctual backup is made.
Oh.
He can't wake up, he can't come back out. He's dead.
You're just putting a lot on Sun right now, mate. Seriously, you're saying that technically his brother is alive, but he's in a coma and he can't really do anything. And you're also putting the fact that they were basically lied to, you're putting a lot on him. And I mean a lot on the guy right now.
Okay.
So dad doesn't mess up software. He can mess up hardware.
It doesn't make any sense.
He messes up
though.
software.
None of this makes sense. What about before? I mean, some of the footage you said was corrupted. Maybe he built Eclipse beforehand. It's just, of course, he couldn't remember it, right?
Can't tell Eclipse yet.
Why?
He'll go on a tirade.
Right.
He'll find out.
Eclipse finds out, he's gonna immediately go to Ruin and rip his head off. That doesn't help us if Ruin's already said something to go off in the background. If Eclipse finds out, he's gonna immediately go to Ruin and rip his head off. That doesn't help us if Ruin's already said something to go off in the background.
I don't know, Moon.
I know. Trust me, I'm very much struggling to keep my composure.
So what are you planning to do then? I mean, we just got over the whole...
I am going to find out what he's doing. According to the other you, this can affect multiple dimensions, a multiversal problem. So I don't know what he's doing, but it's big.
From what I can think, it would affect his home universe, Solar's universe, and this universe. Because, well, Eclipse died in Solar's universe, and he used Solar's, well, programming to, if this did happen, to recreate Eclipse. So, and he died in that convention, which would be basically tying ties together, and also he would be basically having control over it, which would be tying that together, and not to mention Eclipse's original ties to this dimension. So, technically, it's like a triangle. You know, kind of like in Spider-Verse, how, like, a single cannon, if it's broken, it could lead to a destruction of a dimension?
And it's a problem. So, son, I need you to trust me with everything you have. You cannot tell anyone about this. I know you hate keeping secrets.
No, I won't tell anybody.
Until we can find out what's happening and what is going to happen and what his plan is, we cannot let him know that we know, because he will either speed it up or he will kill us.
Oh, okay.
I am not going to let him touch you.
I don't...
He
Mom,
probably
it just
knows
feels
right
like-
now, mate.
Oh,
I know it's a lot.
I know
I mean,
that I'm
we
like
had cameras
very
on.
much denying all this, but you know the stages of betrayal, right? Denial, anger, agreements. You know, that kind of stuff.
And for a while, he just kind of sat still for a bit.
He seemingly sat still. Having footage on a computer go on loop isn't hard.
And then,
We never had a physical body watching him at all times. And who was the first person that Solar saw when he got knocked out?
Ruin,
He's been playing an innocent game this whole time.
we've gone
Well,
through this
looks,
already.
looks like you guys, you crazy shippers who shipped Solar and Ruin together, I gotta be crushed. I don't know why you guys shipped them together. Oh my goodness. But I shouldn't be talking. I am a shipper myself, but I don't ship that ship. That does not make any sense to me. But bite me.
Oh, we've already interrogated him and everything.
I know. So I'm not gonna interrogate him. I'm gonna think like him. I need to go find the Ruin virus.
What do you mean?
What?
We have the cure. Whether or not this is...
Technically, all you basically have to do is just get Kilcode back in your head. You don't even need the virus. The virus corrupts your systems, and the Kilcode is your corrupt security code. You don't even need the virus. But man, would this be interesting. I can examine the effects that it has on a person. Gimme a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me chase the shadows away? Sorry. Had Chance make an ABBA reference.
the virus, or if it's him, I need to think like him.
You are not going to be doing that.
You are gotta be doing that.
Lock me in a room.
No. You're not doing that. There has to be a different way to do this. Just,
How else am I meant to think like him without the two of us being one?
we're not going to be one. We're just going to... Okay,
I
I don't
personally
know what he
like
wants
the
to do. I
idea.
don't even know what his motive is. He's
No.
screwing.
Listen, my psychology brain is out the window right now because I can't find any sense towards this. But now my scientific curiosity is back, just wanting to know the effects, cause and effect of everything. Because if you... I will be making an hypothesis, don't worry, I will be. But since, if this is true, if Ruin is the bad guy and it didn't truly work and he's acting, we don't truly know the effects. So... And I'm surprised I didn't catch up on this, but he's a good actor.
With us.
where's he right now?
Probably according to anything I have on him, in Phazerblast. Or not Phazerblast, Phazcade.
Yeah.
We can't tell Solar either.
Well, you think he would know somehow?
Solar got knocked out by Ruin. His code at least got copied. We don't know if anything got put in. Ruin is very good at hiding everything he's been doing.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions yet, please. We
Didn't when the daycare got destroyed, didn't the computer screen or TV thing have static which could be put into code? Couldn't you just do the same there? Because every single 1 and 0 can be put into code. I mean, if it's very well hidden, then I suggest to even look at the code on top of the screen. There could be a code behind that programming to give you the animation behind it. I am thinking too much, but also not as much. I
We
need
can
to.
try to find evidence. I don't know if there is any. We will keep looking. He hasn't been to this house, right?
Ruin? No.
We keep it that way. We don't let him come to this house. If he
Yeah.
comes here, he can place microphones. He can listen to everything we're doing, every plan we have. You are the only person I can trust right now, son. I won't rush to do anything stupid
Like inject yourself with a virus?
without clearing it with you first. That's the last resort.
I mean, I can think of something.
Let's sleep on it for tonight.
Okay.
Really, really? He's not gonna have a good night's sleep. In fact, because of all the stress, he's gonna end up having one of those anxiety-filled dreams, seeing basically everything happen in front of his eyes, and basically leading him to go down the exact same path as he did before the OG died.
What is he doing? What is he planning? And how long have you been lying to me, Ruin? Once I know the answer to those questions, you're dead.
Wait. Did I just hear some sizzle? Did I? Okay, I'm going back there for a second.
That way, we don't let him come to this house. If he comes here, he can place microphones, he can listen.
Just let me. I can think of something.
Lying to me, Ruin. Once
I think the kill code's coming back. Because there's always a pattern. There's always a burning behind his head that causes the kill code to return. You may not need the virus, mate. It could be already planted upon you. It could be already planted upon you when you shook hands with him and plugged it into the computer. You never know. You never know.
I know the answer to those questions, you're dead.
Kill code returning? I would not mind that. I would not mind that one bit. Anyway. Ruin. I stood up for you. What the heck? But man, is my tea-loving self enjoying this? Do I feel betrayed? Yes. Do I still love this episode? Yes. What am I going to rate it? 8 out of 10 because I still do feel betrayed, but I love the lore drop. I'm trying to think of any logical way that it couldn't be ruined, but I know for a fact that's just me in denial. So I'm going to try not to, and just try to make sense of it. But before then, I'm probably just going to react to another video and just put my mind off that for a second. Anyway, please like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. See you soon, kings and queens, non-binary queens. See you soon.